I had a host who was Ibrahim Alini host, by the way, and I really give him thanks. He's a hero to me, because he really Alini inspires Sana a lot, gave me a job, show me how to drive, you know, and all that stuff. He has been a nice person in terms of hosting. Yeah, honestly, English ya Kenya na US, I was floating a lot, because he was really translating for me. So we used to work together and go look for job. Alikuwa anamuuliza anasema aje, mtu anasema nini? Anasema mtu ukisema kitu kama huelewi, just say come up again. So that come up again was too much. But again that courage ndio nikaanza kuongea na wao. And you know, alafu ile unazile kuongea, that's the reason why I don't work when I'm talking English is one day nilikuwa naongea what is water, and mzungu akaniuliza what are you saying, I don't understand what you're saying. So sijui nilikuwa nimesema aje, sielewi completely, but so I just talk the normal English, because the moment I talk ataniuliza what are you saying, I can't understand what you're saying. So English pia ilikuwa hard.
What's popping, beautiful people? It's Oga Trudy. Welcome to my YouTube channel, guys. Today I'm super excited. As you can see, I have a beautiful lady on my show, Abigail ABUJI, and guys, I've been looking for her for quite some time, and today she's on my show. She'll be gracing our show. So Abby, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
How do you feel being in Kenya for umekuwa away for quite some time?
The weather is so nice. I really feel.
Maybe before you left to America, how was the feeling? Like now you live in Kenya to America, how was the feeling?
I remember the first time I was leaving Kenya going to America. Firstly, I didn't think like US is somewhere where we can explore and get some good things over there. I thought US is just like a trial, like Europe countries and all that countries. I can name them like Saudi Arabia, and you know how people think and people are being taken care of, and you know, complaining about.
What inspired you to look for greener pastures in US and not in Kenya?
I can say it was a chance, not even a chance, but it was a luck, good luck anyway, because I never thought about America. I wanted to go and study in outside the country, but not in the US, of course. So I got a green card, and you know, a green card, it just came. I didn't know what a green card is. My friend just asked me to apply the green card, and I applied the last day, and I won. So after winning the green card, it took me some few months for me to accept to go to another country, because I thought of fraud, because I used to lose my phones and everything. So when the guy told me like, come and see, you have won the green card, I was very, I took it a different way, because I just knew you know, losing phones and all that stuff, maybe this can be a con person or whatever. But now he was a nice person who really took me through the application for the visa and for interview and all that stuff, and I went. So after going there now, that is when I find out that it's a very different thing compared to Saudi Arabia and other countries that I usually hear about. So the place was nice for the first time, because people were driving as a car was like a basic. So and it really inspired me, like, oh, how am I going to be driving all on these roads and all that stuff. So and also people were having they were having like more than 2 jobs, which was very different in Kenya, whereby I was really struggling and trying to sell some Airtel lines and Safaricom lines along the Moi Avenue areas. So it was so inspiring, yeah.
And how was the reception in America?
The reception was nice, and it has been nice even up to now, but I don't like the weather. The weather really changes too fast, especially when it's very hot summertime and when it's very cold winter time. So but the place has been very nice. Yeah.
Abi, you've been sharing your experiences with the people living in Kenya sometimes, and watu wengi huko Kenya wanaona mtu akiwa US yani wanaona ile life huko. Sometimes hebu tuelezee, kuna time maybe una feeling homesick ndio unaona sometimes watu wengi wa US wana spend most time kwa internet wakisha experience. Sasa mimi ni abi nimeenda shopping kidogo nini, is it because ama ni kuwa homesick ama tu unataka kufanya watu wa enjoy hiyo experience pamoja na wewe na shida?
Number one is social life in America is not that much as in Kenya, because hatuna social life kabisa. You tend to come from work and house school work, you know, unazungukia tu hapo, so it's very hard that unaenda kutembelea mtu like a friend. I'm looking for a friend and I have to go for an appointment, just a friend. I'm going to nakuja kutembelea and unakuja saa ngapi? 4. If it's not 4, ukifika 4:30 you're like no, I waited for you and I didn't see you. So it's not as easy as in Kenya where we have social life, like we communicate with people. Also when we go to shoppings and all that stuff, we tend sometimes some things are not, they are generally done different as in Kenya. Like you can be served, you can serve yourself while maybe doing some shopping. You can serve yourself and I mean pay and go. Like gas, you can put gas on yourself compared to here, like unakaa tu kwa gari wanakuwekea mafuta, but hapo hivyo lazima utoke nje ujiwekee mwenyewe. So some things are totally different. Yeah.
At some point, did you feel like maybe life is not good, it's difficult? Because now I feel you said pale ulikuwa ukienda kama tuseme uko na gari unaenda unajiwekea mafuta, and compared to Kenya, ukiangalia life ya Kenya is totally different. Ulifika mahali ukaona now you're getting tired of that life, uka feel like you should come back home.
Yeah, the only thing that makes someone get tired is when now you sometimes you can work a lot and that money is not there. You work today, you get paid tomorrow, and money has vanished. Or maybe sometimes you can be called at home. Like me, whenever I'm there and I find the number like 254, someone calling me more than twice, I feel so nervous and I'm like, no, who is this calling me? There's an emergency at home. So even if it's 2 a.m. at night or 3 a.m., I have to wake up and, you know, call back and see who is this calling me. Someone is, I just want to say hi. I'm like, really? So that is sometimes it really makes someone feel like I want to go back home, especially when you find a call of someone who is sick, and you find a call of someone maybe died. You feel like you want, like when I was there the first time, my friends died. Those corona times, my friends died. I have neighbors and other people who died. So, you know, you feel like I want to go. I remember the last time when I came, I was putting flowers in different people because I lost the beloved ones, and, you know, yeah.
Abuji, let's talk about your adaptation in America, because I understand when you left Nairobi, you had your dreams. You wanted to achieve so you wanted to go to university, you wanted to live now the American dream.
Yeah, I really wanted to achieve a lot, and I thank God that I have really compared to what people say, I would like my whole community, like in my community, I think I'm the only one who is in the US, which is very, I mean, like it really takes people to feel like, okay, they want to come to the US too, and they don't know I went with a green card. They just know I studied really good and I got maybe to do a PhD or a master's in the US, which is not true. But the thing is that the adaptation in the US has been very good, because what I have achieved in the US as compared to when I was home, because number one thing that I wanted really to achieve is to build my mom a very big mansionette. And I mean, that was the first thing that I did even before I got my first car. So I remember my first car, I worked in Amazon, which is Amazon is like a supermarket. You have to stand and, you know, putting things in the pallets and all that stuff. So that was my first job I did. That was in Amazon, and it really paid me. It pays good, but it's so tiresome. People don't like it. So some people, they were like, why did you go to Amazon for 3 months, 4 months? People go there like 2 days and they quit. But I stayed there for almost 3 months. And that was the first job that gave me the first car. So I bought the first car, which was also really, I mean, people are saying like, Abi, how can you buy a car of, because the car is almost like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 for the person who is coming into the US for the first time, because, you know, you don't have money. So I bought a car of around 4,600, which was really good. It was a Honda Civic, and I honestly, I was sitting with it for the first time when I was driving. But that was the first thing I achieved building my mama mansionette, which was really good. Because when you compare my home, I came from a very lowly background, the background that people cannot understand because it was very lowly, and I wanted to achieve more, especially taking care of my parents, mom and dad. Yeah.
Okay, Abby, what are some of the challenges you faced in US? Because we understand in every place, everything that you do, there must be challenges. What are some of the challenges you faced?
I might say sometimes it's loneliness because you feel like you want to have your beloved one, like mom and dad and other families and, you know, people that you love.
Yeah.
But now you come from work and you come home and there's no one and you just sleep or maybe give a call and video call and all that stuff. That's the number one thing that have been a very big challenge. Number two, I mean, being born as an African lady, I thought maybe washing clothes and doing other things like, you know, house chores, they have to, you know, kuinama na kufanya, but it really sometimes when nikosha vyombo kama ni kwa dishwasher nazitoa naanza kuosha tena cause na feel ni kama hazijangara, you see. And sometimes when I wash the clothes in a washer or maybe in a dryer, dry the clothes, I feel like hazijangara, so naanza kurudia kuosha kwa shingo, you know. Yeah, those are some of the challenges. But challenges kubwa, I can say no, because it's a very busy place that you really need to work hard every single day.
Okay, Abuji, let me take you back a bit. I understand you come from a very humble background. You know, you being the first person from your community to go to America, to live the American dream. Do you remember that night when your parents were with you at the airport? The last word maybe they told you, the inspiration, the message that keeps you going up to now. Because I understand this is a win for your community.
My parents, they never knew more about America, but I have a friend who had applied for me the green card. So he was invited in my party, send away party when I was going to America, and also he accompanied me to go to the US. The guy, I remember he told me like in the US, you can work very hard every single day, but now you need to take care of yourself, especially, you know, people, he was telling my mom and my dad, like, people will be arguing about money. I'll be sending my brother money and I haven't sent my sister money, so there'll be a quarrel of cash and all that stuff. So he told me when I go there, I have to take care of myself. Number one is myself first before I take care of any other person. And number two, he said I can work minimal time. I don't have to maximize, because when I work, like, I'm going to work like 24 hours, 16 hours. Then tomorrow I'm so tired and I work maybe 16 hours again. Then again I'm tired. And what happens? Maybe I can knock myself in a road accident or all that stuff and lose my life. So he told me to just work very smart to make sure that the little I get, I can share. But even if it's not right for me, like if it's come and work 8 hours, or if I'm feeling tired, I don't have to. I just have to work according to, like, PM konangu inafika. So that was the advice he gave it to me. And my mom told me also, he was like, usiwalewa na mzungu, come back home and get married here. So, and he told me, I was like, Mom, kwa nini? He was like, you know, when you get married in Kenya, you're going to invest in Kenya. You're going to, you know, you will invest in Kenya, and you'll have even, you'll be visiting. Of course, we have people who go in there and get married there and they just forget about their family, you know, yeah.
We know Africans, we have a lot. To be precise, in Kenya we have a lot of culture. What is that one culture shock that you saw in America that you don't have in Kenya? And again, how do you deal with homesickness?
I mean, I can say the one culture that I have encountered in the US so far is the lifestyle. Like lifestyle, especially in terms of, I can talk about in terms of like making a family. I have seen people who are like 90s, 80s, and they are called themselves boyfriend and girlfriends. Compared to Kenya, whenever you go to a man's house and you stay there for a week, what is that? That is marriage, right? But in the US, you can stay with a man for 20 years, 30 years, even you can have kids together and you call yourself boyfriend and girlfriend. I work in a healthcare, and I've seen people coming to visit their beloved ones, and they're calling them, say they're 80s, 90s, and they call them, this is my boyfriend, this is my girlfriend. Not married. So it really amazes me because like in Kenya we say like we have to get married and you have to marry. When you stay with someone for more than a week, more than 2 weeks, parents will say you that is marriage.
Come we
so you
stay.
see, come we stay marriage. So yeah.
Is it true that in US you marry with contracts? Like contract marriage?
Oh, mostly actually some people they are like they want to get married. Like when you start a relationship, your partner will ask me which relationship do you want? Do you want to stay like for a long-term relationship, like getting married as couples, or do you just want a lifetime, like let's just be friends, be friends and just courtship and all that
Friends
stuff.
with benefits.
Yeah, or can I just do this and do this? I have kids, of course. I have like 3 kids, and you don't have a kid. Can we just like have that friendship with benefits? So yeah, mostly they will be asking you like, which kind of relationship do you want? Are you ready for this? So you have to be. And whenever that thing comes out, when you say maybe like the relationship should be like a long-term relationship, you have to adhere to the whatever that is started from the first time go. Number 2, there's something that shocks me a lot in Kenya. You can as well, you can, if you have like let me say you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, and you guys you have maybe misunderstanding. I can go in my boyfriend's house and just knock and say, I have come, let's talk, and and can we have a talk, or can we meet somewhere and have a coffee and talk? But in the US, no. Whenever someone says the relationship is done, it's done. You can't go in his house and say like, you're knocking and you're asking for the second chance. They will like, I'm gonna call for you the police, or maybe these areas and restriction for you coming in. So yeah.
Abby, can you tell us ile kutoka kwenda US? Umesema you work in a healthcare facility. How is the experience like? And can you share? I've seen online so much. You really take your time to share with Kenyans how they can migrate to the US. You give them tips and maybe encouragement. Can you tell? Just share with Kenyans what kind of jobs maybe are good to do for Kenyans. And, how was your experience compared to jobs right here?
Jobs are there, and as the first person who can come in the US as like the newcomer, let me say that. So ukikuja mara ya kwanza, of course, you have to start from down. I did economics and studies in KU and graduated, and when I went there nikaanza kufanya Amazon. Amazon ni job za mkono. So I started doing that, and secondly I did in healthcare, of course, taking care of the old age who are doing just home cares, like maybe washing their clothes, washing them, taking care of them, feeding them and all that stuff, making sure that you change the diapers and all that stuff. So hizo ndio vitu tulikuwa tunafanya. So ukikuja US wezi kuwa choosy with job. So mostly you have to start from down. So kuna hizo jobs za kutekea ya mashosh, manyanyas, babus, kuna zile jobs za kufanya kwa warehouse like medical assemblies. Kuna zile jobs za truck, but now that one you have to be having maybe a DL yenye na kuruhusu drive as a truck, driver. So kuna a lot of jobs that you can do, but mostly jobs zenye mtu ufanya US mostly ni hizi jobs za kulinda wanyanya. So tunawalinda sisi tunatuma pesa Kenya. That is what we do, and that was I think that was my second job I was doing, taking care of them, and I loved that because you keep on growing and all that stuff.
Okay, Abby, right now tumesinzia wewe ni celeb. Ukiingia pale TikTok, ukiingia live, people are really saying you inspire them. Unapata 1K watching, 1 point something watching. Maybe kuna wakati uliwahi fikiria kwa siku moja utakuwa inspiration kwa watu, uende pale TikTok kama ungetu mahali like people are really following you. Uliwahi fikiria kitu kama hiyo?
No, I never thought about that, but I wanted to be to do media. That was my first thing I wanted to be, and I wanted to be a nurse, of which God have helped me in that. but mostly I wanted to be like a media. You could find myself just talking to myself. Nilikuwa napenda kujiongelesha, and I used to do some poetry and whatever in school. So nilikuwa napenda choir sana, you know, hizi vitu za media nilikuwa napenda sana. Even when you come in my home, I have a studio. I have a small studio at my home. So nilienda tu nikasema, okay, I don't have a social life. What I would do, I have just a small studio, some light, you know, ring lights, and all these stuff zika hapo hivyo, and I play sometimes keyboard anytime when I'm free. So sikuwajua that I can talk to someone can listen to me. I never knew about that, but whenever kuna time nilikuja, I was talking about how to come to the US and how to apply the green card, and that is when I felt like, okay, people really want to explore life. People really want to, to get a better life than the life I'm staying. So nikaanza kuambia about green card, about the visas that you can have. Most visas za kukuja US si lazima mtu akuje na green card, si lazima mtu aolewe. We have student visas, we have we have also that green card visas, we have visit visa. Unaweza kuja kunitembelea pia. Naamua tu nakuja US kunitembelea kama venye wazungu wanakuja. Wazungu they come to Kenya kutembea, si ndio? Also pia sisi tunaweza kuja US kutembea. Just come, and you don't have to have good money, but you just have to know what you're coming to do. And also you have to have tales, like if you have a family at home. Okay, na kale ka young kid kana kuja embassy, sometimes kana deny wa visa because anajua aka katakuja tu kabaki. But see, ukiwa na mtu mkubwa like my dad akiomba visa, kuna around 99 chances of him getting a visa because they know he can come back to to the country. Yeah.
Okay, Abby, let's talk about now your adaptation, your transition now from Kenya. You're arriving in America, trying to survive, going through your college courses, living your dream, and becoming Abby. Because I understand there is a big number of Kenyan community living in America. Maybe they impact your life in one way or another.
Where? Okay. Hapo sijui nitasema nini.
Because unasema kuna watu walikushika mkono wakakusupport, wakakulea, wakakuonesha hii njia, even unafaa ukae na watu, sheria ni hivi, barabara ni hivi.
Yeah, I had a host who's Ibrahim alini host, by the way, and I really give him thanks. He's a hero to me because he really alini inspire sana a lot, gave me a job, show me how to drive, you know, and all that stuff. He has been a nice person in terms of hosting. Yeah, amekuwa mtu mzuri, and I really thank him so much wherever he is. Yeye ndiye alinikaribisha US, and you know, akanionyesha this is how it's supposed to be done, and this is now US, and this is, you know, tabia za Kenya tuache Kenya na hizi tabia sasa za US, you know. Ile time ya kuchelewa, I used to be by there late kama nilikuwa napenda kuchelewa job kabisa. So alikuwa akisema kama ni 2 am ni 2 am ya mzungu, si 2 am ya Mwafrika. So I used to keep time now. And number 2, honestly, English ya Kenya na US, I was floating a lot because he was really translating for me. So we used to work together and go look for job. Alikuwa anamuuliza anasema aje, mtu anasema nini? Anasema mtu ukisema kitu kama huelewi, just say come up again. So that come up again was too much, but again that courage, ndio nikaanza kuongea na wao, and you know, alafu ile unazile kuongea, that's the reason why I don't work when I'm talking English is one day nilikuwa naongea what is water, and mzungu akaniuliza what are you saying, I don't understand what you're saying. So sijui nilikuwa nimesema aje, sielewi completely, but so I just talk the normal English because the moment I talk ataniuliza what are you saying, I can't understand what you're saying. So English pia ilikuwa hard sana. Alafu kupotea, mazee nilikuwa napotea. Kuna day nilipotea, I was going to work, I lost almost like and I was using actually a GPS. I got lost like almost the whole day.
The whole day?
Yeah, 7. Kuna day nilipotea almost 7 hours. Yani nikidrive to. Yeah, kupotea was like I never like could drive, uko nervous una drive at the same time, hata mtu akihutu uko nyuma hizi angalia nyuma yako, was like apana, you have just kuangalia forward. So nikapotea. And the third thing also ilinifanya sana nika feel like okay, I can do it. First day of driving was really crazy because I went, you know, in Kenya we drive with right hand. So I went wrong way. So nikahutiwa tu pip pip pip. And I was like, "Mom, where are you going?" So mimi nikamwa tu kusimama because by then tulikuwa tumekosana na host, akaniambia utajipeleka job. So nikajipeleka job. Akasema na uko wapi? Nikamwambia si ulisema nijipeleke job. So akasema uko serious? Nikamwambia yeye nimeenda job. So from that day akasema oh, hii kosa na jana ilisaidia sana, now you have gone to work by yourself. Na from then nikaanza sasa ku drive kwenda kazi. Yeah.
Right.
Nimona you've been sharing a lot on social media, and I say inspiring wale watu wa US. How has it been maybe for you life on social media? In Kenya you've gained like a celebrity status. Watu wananojanga tu Abi ana post leo, Abi anafanya nini leo, Abi ako wapi, Abi anatuonesha nini ziko huko, Abi anatuonesha wapi, anatuonesha shopping. Maybe ni what good thing have you learned from social media, and maybe what bad thing?
Social media is good, but again at the same time it depends what you are doing on social media. And I can say I'm one of the person mwenye nimekuja kuwa na social media is not even a joke. Ukikuwa social media you need to be very careful, especially what you are saying, what you are passing through, and also what you are, what you're talking with people. Hiyo kitu unaweka kwa social media, what are you putting? Are you putting something that it's social media doesn't forget? And nikuja kurealize sitakuja niambie Kevin, hiyo video ulikuwa umepost jana unaweza toa. I have to pay you. Number one I have to pay you for you kuitoa, and number two what was share.
Yeah.
So someone have already shared, and I cannot be able now kutafuta mtu kwanza kwambia mtu aki for real toa hii kitu yenye naiona hapo si feel poor,
Yeah.
So that is again something that I also learned. Number 3 I've learned in social media in a negative way. Actually, like in social media, whatever that you post really tells a lot. Especially so in a personal life, like achana tu nayo. Cause I can talk about my previous video. Actually, I didn't want to talk about that, but I can talk about that little bit. Because I remember when I went online and I was talking about this and this and this, I thought people will be like, oh, this is Abby, this is what you have passed through, I'm sorry about this, But now hapana, watu walinishape wananiambia hii ni upuzi. Acha ufala, hii ni upuzi unafanya, You can as well talk hizi vitu nje uko nyuma ndio river. Sasa nikasema like I thought maybe people were like, oh, and this and this and this. It's not all about brand, but it's all about who are you. I was like, I am Abby, but now this Abby is passing through this. Can I just share? So I was like, I could call mom and tell mom, my shame imenishinda, mom, I want this and this, Yeah. But now these online people, they'll come to your home. Others wanakuja kukuongelesha, wengine wanakuja kuangalia what do you usually cook, and all that stuff. So I find it very hard because people, they are kunibombeleza, by the way. Everyone was like, hii ni upuzi hebu unafanya, and even my dad, my mom, they were sikujua kama ziliwafikia, and sometimes when you are mad, you can talk anything, right?
Yeah,
so I was talking anything because I was really mad, and kuongea na vitu zenye zinafaa kuongelea maybe kwa jikoni, and I bring them maybe in the living room, which was really disappointing. But that is a lesson too, and that is the past though, but it's a lesson that whatever that I pass through, I want to pass through to people.
Yeah.
Kitu inaweza funza mtu, and if it's something that I'm really feeling I wanna do, and this goes to everyone, if you're having something that you do, because everyone has shortcomings, I can stay with my mom and my mom anafanya kitu yenye sipendi, I don't have to bring kwa social life. So my mamangu ndio anafanya hivi na hivi, hapana. Sometimes it lost also your IQ and inaharibu kila kitu. Yeah.